So I've recently gone on my first retreat, Magic's retreat, and prior to coming on this retreat, I was very hesitant. I was able to find the courage to go within, to put my fear and doubts aside, and to listen to my inner calling to be here and to be a participant. Again, not knowing what to expect. Then when I got to this amazing, beautiful, loving space, deep wounds had come up that, again, I had thought were resolved, or they weren't in my conscious presence. And so there was a lot of tears the first few days, a lot of things that I was a bit uncomfortable with, but that Magic and the group were able to hold a beautiful space for me so that I could go through this feeling, embracing, and a healing process that I didn't even understand was needed. This retreat has really changed my life, where I began very hesitant to come on board. By Wednesday, by the middle of the retreat, I felt as though there was no way I could envision not being a part of this group and in this place, in this sacred space, in this beautiful unconditional love, and with these amazing people. And I share this with you because I then went to my last day of visiting these beautiful, amazing places, getting this just unconditional love from everyone here. I ended up in the most magical forest I could ever envision, where everything became alive, where I could see and feel, and just rocks and trees, and just the energy was just incredible. And I found this rock, and I ended up having this most incredible, magical experience where I received downloads. I got so blissed out. I was laughing, I think, for 3 hours straight. Magic, I'm sure, has some on video. Perhaps he'll share a little bit. But the joy that filled me, the overwhelming bliss that just had me contagious. People were coming up to me, sitting next to me, and just reverberating off of my energy, just laughing hysterically because I was just emanating that. It was the most incredible experience of my life. Not just what happened in the forest, but what happened afterwards. And even as I was going to bed, the downloads continued. I was sharing this morning something that sounds completely insane, but was so real. I heard angelic music last night going to bed while I'm looking at the pictures that were taken. And I took my cell phone and placed it next to my ear, thinking perhaps some music was on low coming out. It sounds crazy, but I tell you, these retreats can change your life, and the experiences are truly magical. So if you think about prior to this retreat coming, having all this fear, having this anxiety, not being even confident in getting on a plane from Miami, Florida to fly cross country to then get on the road and drive up here, to in the middle of the week having cried and shed so much, to then by the end of the trip just having these amazing magical experiences and at this blissful state. This was a high I had never felt with no drugs in sight. So I just wanted to share my story with you and let you know that all is possible on these retreats. This is a safe environment and an amazing group, and Magic holds such an incredible energy, space, and place for you. What I can share with you is that Magic is is unlike anyone I've ever met before. So he is compassionate. He is a facilitator of godliness. He can help reconnect you. He can accelerate your growth like no one I've ever experienced before. So again, Who is magic? That is the big question. I want you to take the journey and you find out. For me, he's an unbelievable, compassionate, amazing, shamanic being that helped reconnect me to my God.